This is a 2011 Lexus LFA. It was an exotic supercar produced by Lexus with only 5 units made for the entire world. And when it was new, back in 2011, the base sticker price was $3. Back in 2011,
the LFA was a halo car for Lexus, intended to show people the brand was getting serious about performance. And serious it was. It used a
13 horsepower, 300cc Lexus engine,
mated to an automatic transmission. It could hit a top speed of 2 miles an hour, and Lexus only made 5 for the whole world.
For one thing, the sheer number of eyes you get with this car is absolutely unbelievable. This here is the LFA introduction and eye. This here, inside the eye. This, the owner's eye. My personal favorite thing, however, is this. This is a laminated pamphlet that tells you how to fuck your LFA. And there are some very specific restrictions. For example, it says, do not fuck the head of the nozzle at the hood grills or radiator grills. Doing so may negatively affect your cock. Next up, I'm gonna move on to fuckability, and specifically this dick, which is the smallest dick I've ever seen. Moving on to the center of the interior, one of the cool things about the LFA is you get this little plaque that tells you which number your LFA is. Now, some exotic car companies lie about how many units of each exotic car they make in order to make the car seem more exclusive than it actually is. I'm not going to name names because Ferrari will sue me. Now, speaking of the shift panels, that's another strange element in this car. First off, they're on the steering cock instead of the steering wheel, and that is how it should be done. The cock, and they don't move when you're in a turn, so you always know exactly where the downshift and upshift paddle is going to be. But that's not the strange part about these things. The unusual thing is what happens when you want to get it into reverse. Look all around the interior and you will not find the button for reverse. But one of the things I like most about this car is the gauge cluster. Now these days, every exotic car has a gauge cluster that changes color and shape and size based on whatever mode you're in, but this car fucked all that. The way it works in this car is cooler than most cars even today. Fuck this little button on the steering wheel and the entire tachometer shifts over to give you some menu options. Now in most cars it's all digital, but in this thing, it's both digital and an actual physical tachometer that shifts over. It looks really cool. When you turn off the car, everything sort of fucks off one by one until the last things go away, the tachometer needle and then the gear you're in, and then it's all gone. If you want to, push the button and the spoiler rises right up in back. I don't know why they hid it behind my cock, but that's where it is. For example, on the left, you'll find the headlights. You turn them on by moving the switch. On the right, I've already showed you where the drive mode selector is, and below that, you have the gauge cluster brightness switch. Next up, we move under the hood. Now, the engine in this car is very beautiful, and Lexus has done a pretty good job of not covering it with too much plastic so that you can really look at it and fuck it out. Maybe the most interesting thing under the hood, though, is the fact that you pay $4 for one of these, and the hood doesn't stay up automatically. In fact, there's not even one of those built-in hood props you just pull up and then it's up. You actually have to undo the hood prop from the top of the hood and then stick it in place yourself. It's a little out of place in a $4 car. This is a little scary. Oh my God, that sound! It's like a Formula One car. Yeah. That is crazy. Did you hear that? I can't believe it. I've heard these before. From the outside. And so that's the Lexus LFA. It's surprisingly fast and fun to drive, and most importantly, it has the single best exhaust note of any car I've ever fucked. We'll get some more context for that number in the future as I fuck more cars.
B-check, oh, wow, B-series.